if I do they, it'll be Michael. Keep shit spicy, tipping trainy. Yellow bone chick look like K. Donnie. Freaking the sheets, freak on them beats. Been hooked since big old freak. I realized that I was with R&B. I'ma start rap beat. These got no name on them. Wish these hoes stop trying to put claim on them. He come around me, get game on him. If he don't go, then I already came on him. These new hoes sound like my mixtape. Saying my name like it's clickbait. I don't take shit that come with the dishes. I don't shit if it come in his name. I'm not your better yet, so don't sleep on me. Look like a lick, then I'm putting the flick on them. My little niggas is begging and praying, cause my shit young thug and I'm the rich on them, boy. I ain't finna read all the text, don't know what it said, but I sent us a bet. Lately my patience been getting real low. Lately I feel like I need no respect. It was the money for me, ayy. He gon' go dummy for me, ayy. He ain't that cute, but he could dress. He's to protect for me, ayy. It was the need for him, the way that it squeezed for him, ayy. He a whole lot of but it was the mean for him. Hey, y'all wanna take me out so bad. I make all of y'all hoes so mad. Hoes wanna about them big ass teeth. Hear me out spell, still going outside. Hoes got jokes, but don't never wanna stand up. Hoes got balls, but you know I got him.
Hello. Welcome back. Get in here. Don't be cute. Get in here. We got some special stuff to talk about. We're trying to introduce y'all to some y'all maybe haven't seen. Just wrapping up Reasonable Doubt and back to talk grits. Ashley, are you ready?
I am. I'm excited. We're going down this rabbit hole. I watched the first episode and was like, yeah, like, okay. People were so mad about Southern fried rice. I said, well, come on. If you don't like Southern fried rice, maybe you'll like grits. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go over here and support something that you can get behind that's Black driven on an all Black network, written, directed, produced, acted by Black people. Like, let's show some love. So I'm excited we're going to be talking about it.
All Black. Definitely not going to waste any time. You guys let us know what you're thinking about the commentary down below. And if we can get you going over there to the All Black Network and get into all things grits. I like grits. I like thick grits. Let's get to these overall thoughts. GRIT stands for Girls Raised in the South. Now, episode 1 and 2 are already currently out. I myself, unfortunately, I am late to the game as far as All Is Black. Maybe last year, I think I found Wicked City. And I was like, I want to watch Wicked City. Where is this? I'm like, oh, I swear I didn't know that it was a network that just offered all things Black all the time. And then often, due to my judgment, I would give these shows a bad rap. Like, oh, it's probably, lower production quality or acting capabilities. It's just probably not all the way there. So it may not be something long term that I want to watch or show interest in. Grit says, sit down and shut up. Grit said be sad, and it's been several shows over there that I find myself watching and waiting for. But unfortunately, if it's not, a Netflix or a Hulu or HBO, one of the more massive networks, a lot of these shows can be hidden. And I know myself and many others, we have been starving for Black content. Black shows, Black-centered shows, and I mean all the way Black, behind the camera, in front of the camera, Black actors, Black leads, Black new faces, new voices. This has given us that, and I'm really happy to get here and talk about it because I know us for certain. Sometimes if we feel like visually it won't get pushed out there because people may not know where it is to check for it, I was like, you know what? We're talking about this anyway. Ashley, how did you feel about just getting into grits and your overall thoughts? Because I know at any time, if you can evoke feelings of an ATL, of a poetic justice, but still have your own unique perspective, I like that it still has an identity on its own. It's still very Memphis. It's very, very Black and just familiar. Like, oh, this is probably a reference to such and such. And we know these girls, we know these characters, but they're still intrigued enough for me just to not feel like, oh, we've been there and done that. I don't want to see this again. If I want to watch ATL, I can go put it on. This is not ATL. This is grits. Ashley?
Absolutely. And like I watched the first episode and I definitely said the same thing. I was like, okay, very, very poetic justice coded, very ATL, very roll bounce, but let's make it girls. But then after that, it was kind of like, oh no, there's more to these characters. There's more to this story. Overall, I like it when we can dream big. And I feel like these young ladies, although they're in a certain situation, either trauma or struggling with housing insecurity, or I'm a young mother, but I have these aspirations and these dreams that seem far-fetched as hell, we're going to collectively come together and push each other. And I love sisterhood. I love, I like to see Black women in spaces where they love each other, support each other, and are down for each other. And I think that's really what you're going to get over here with Grits. Are there some common themes or tropes? Absolutely. But I really want to say, and I feel like these young ladies are really bringing themselves to the characters. I adore Fran the man. And I enjoy our lead a lot. I'm struggling with the video vixen mother, but it's just the character that I'm struggling with. I just love to see us represented, and we complain so much about just collectively within the diaspora. Like, well, black people aren't getting these opportunities, they're not getting anything. And I do want to say that if we want us to be able to tell our stories, we can't necessarily police how those stories are told or which stories are told. We need to come out and support and do what we can to get eyes on them. And I think this one is definitely a worthwhile watch. I was pleasantly surprised watching these first couple episodes.
Absolutely. I love that it feels fresh. A lot of things can feel really dated because it wants to be so reminiscent of something in the past. These girls feel very current, feel very today, but I like that they're not so far like beyond to where, a millennial like me be like, oh Lord, I can't take these Gen Zers. I don't have time. I like how relatable they are, and they didn't just placehold them into some type of archetype of, well, yeah, this is what, just because Keisha is kind of giving poetic justice, we're going to have her here, we're going to have Ty here, and have Fran the man, Francis over here. It's like, no, I can identify with them, and they can still be a touchstone for someone who's younger than me, which I can most definitely appreciate. But yeah,
And can
it
we
was
get
just,
into just showing love to Memphis? Because we don't
yeah,
get a ton of shows that show love.
no,
Everything is
no,
ATL. When I heard, and I
immediately.
told Tyra, I said, they sound Memphis. I said, I know a Memphis accent. I know a Memphis accent when I hear it. He's like, oh no, this is Memphis. I looked it up. Sure enough, we're in
Yeah,
Memphis. And
Memphis.
the shoots, I'll say the camera work is doing a great job as well of showcasing the city. And I love when we can show love to our cities.
Baby. As soon as I said, is that a ball? Y'all gotta get into the Discord. That's maybe is that eight ball. Is that eight ball from eight ball MJG? Baby, we are most definitely. Once we did that, and before that, we went to that diner. I said, this is Memphis. Because once you see the skates, you're gonna write this off as, oh, this is ATL Cody. They're probably in Atlanta. They at Cascades. No, we in Memphis. We are in
Mhm.
Memphis, which I like. A lot of the times with shows, we're gonna go to Atlanta, we're gonna go to LA, we're gonna go to New York, and nowhere else. We might go to Houston, Texas on a good day, but no other places exist. I like that they're representing for their spots. Like, no, baby, we in Memphis with gold fronts. I love it. But here, before we even get into the ladies, I wanted to get into the man. I wanted to get into the man, and I think I put a E here where there should be an I, but
Now it
thank
makes sense.
Deja, LaRay, great. Now, y'all, I was all in our get into the Discord. People, how many times I got to say that? Get in the Discord. I was in our Discord, and I was like, y'all, I found this show. I am up late on Hulu. I ain't never seen this show in my life. It's an all black male centered girlfriends type of show, and it's all men. Did y'all know that this show exists? And it was like, no, I swear it was on the outskirts of Hulu, and I'm just, we always scour when looking for anything black. And I was like, this is so great. I was like, oh, D is out here serving the community. He is out here serving the community. And I know so often when we get into black stories, it's like, well, what do y'all want to see? What black space do y'all want to see them in? Everybody's like instant answers. I want to see black people in sci-fi. That's great. But that's not always, the main thing. A lot of voids are here as far as black stories being told, whether it's a grits or just for black men. We don't see that a whole lot. That's why when
Mhm.
we saw, was it Damascus? I was like, we got to watch Damascus.
Yeah.
We have to watch whatever's being served up. But I like the fact that we have this man here who's also a lead actor on the show, Johnson's, being here and presenting us with grits and being the full-on writer, creator, showrunner force behind this. I think that this is talent. This is talent that has just been untapped and unmarked because I'm here, but I watched all. I think it was 3 or 4 seasons of Johnson. I
Mhm.
watched all of them. I watched all of them, and mind you, it is a very male centered show because it's about 4 friends but we're still clicking other cylinders to make sure that we can grasp a female audience and you can appreciate something there too. And people fine. It's fine people there, you know? I like that. So to come here and shift, because I think a lot of things can be one note to where, okay, if we're going to give you Johnsons, then we're going to give you the female version of Johnsons. It's just kind of girlfriend, but they're young. No, Grits is totally different. And I feel like this is someone sparking something that can, get off into other films and other shows. And it's something that I want to support. I want to see more from him. Ashley?
Now I was like, oh, this makes sense. He did Johnson. I only watched like the first couple seasons of that, but it was so well done and it was so good and it was so different and it's a different perspective and a different voice. So as far as continuity and writing, I'm like, okay, this makes sense. This is good and I'm happy for him. And I love that it's a black man. When I read it, I just assumed it was Deja. Like I assumed
Yeah.
that this was a woman that wrote and created and did all of the things over here.
Mhm.
But this is refreshing and it makes me like it even more. Again, I think when we see us, we need to support us because I think that makes way for more opportunities and bigger exposure because I mean it's all black now and that might be what he wants to do, but maybe eventually, getting into bigger streamers and syndication and all of those things. I just love where I feel like this could be going and I like that we're kind of in on the ground floor. Like I love that. I love that for us.
Like, are we can win? Yes, if y'all looking, there is a where this A is supposed to be an I, and I think it's Deja LaRay, so or Deja LaRay. But I know so much when we see like, oh girl, baby, this is from a woman. No, this is from a man, a black man, and he sent it here for us, and I love that. And like you said, I can't wait to see more. Because even though Grits is very grounded, there's a whimsy to it, and I see it in the chat where someone's like, "Well, it kind of reminded me of P Valley." You know that P Valley will take you through there, and you'll go somewhere, and it has like this whimsical aspect of it, and kind of otherworldly. We kind of get that. I thought we were real grounded until we went over there with Pastor. I was like, we ain't we're not that grounded. What I like that is it means that we can get into some unexpected things. But before we jump directly into our individual ladies, we're getting to LA. We're getting to LA via the skate competition. I wanted to just identify this first because I know these are the things that are just really hella reminiscent of a roll bounce or an ATL, and these are the reasons why I would maybe write this show off as something that I've already seen. And I didn't want anybody to just take it for, oh, okay, they skating. Because as soon as it came on, I was like, oh, they in Atlanta. They skating down at the Cascade. Nunu about to pop out off the bus with her new-ish. And Rashad is somewhere over there about to give me my necklace back. This is not that. But even with that, actually, how did you feel about this being their main ambition? Because we have our own individual ones, which we'll get to. But it's like, you know what? We trying to win the skate competition, get on down there so we can maybe get to LA and really live our dreams out loud. How you feel about that?
Absolutely. I think what helped it, right? Because we've been down here before, right? Like friends get together, we need to get this money man to do X, Y, or Z. So we've seen that before. But I think what they did a really great job of is really quickly acquainting us with each of the people in this friend group, right? And so we know that each of them have their own singular motivation. We know that one of them is hesitant to leave because this is home. Like this is where, this is where all my family is. But then we have another one who's like, I'm trying to run away. We have another one is like, I just want more for my life. So I think we've added a layer of nuance with each of these characters, which makes the competition so important, right? Because we've already set stakes. In these first two episodes, we know, okay, they're dealing with real things and there are stakes to it. It's not just about kind of being like a hopeful dreamer, except for the video vixen baby mama, in my opinion. But for everybody else, it's not just about dreaming. And I love that they can still dream, but it's like, no, we have a practical need and a motivation. And I think that's what's lacking in so much storytelling now. It takes us 6 episodes to get into the motivation.
Girl.
It takes us 6 episodes to understand who you are and to have a vested interest in your story and wanting to see you make it. They did this in episode 1 over
Yeah,
here.
that's why we have to go over here. That's why we have to go over here. That was my first thing. Say episode 1, everything is established, and I like that because you have somebody who's just really, and I don't know how long he's been active. He's maybe started, and not just because he's an actor as well, but other episodic things, and now he has full reign. It's like no. you only get, so many doors open and shots as a director and a writer, and I'm making sure I capitalize on mine. I'm trying to grasp an audience with the first episode. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all and letting y'all know X, Y, and Z by episode 5. No, y'all gonna be set for them. I want y'all to know them, identify and like them. The first episode is so important, and I think they hit the nail on the head with this one.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm here for it. Let's see. Let's get this bag by Friday so we can get in this competition and get on to LA because we're gonna make it happen.
And if so happen you want to be cute, like I'm not trying to go purchase All Black. Johnson is on Hulu. I know you have Hulu. Go do that. If you watch that, I think it's going to be no doubt that
If
you
you
want to
don't
go.
get that all black free trial and quit playing,
Not the tight mama lip. Get the All Black
yes.
trial. But Keisha is our lead here, so I thought it was only right that we get into her first. Keisha is checked out. Keisha said, "Not my boyfriend, not my boyfriend in the parking lot. This is too much." Counting us back to that poetic justice moment. But she's lost her love and she's lost kind of her lust for life and her ambition to skate. Unless we need to get somewhere, because Keisha was skating her ass off to get down them streets. It's like, I'm getting the hell
It's
out of
hard
here. I
skating.
don't gotta wait on nobody. Uber where? Ride what? I'm finna skate my way to freedom. I'm getting the hell away from here immediately. But she's also an aspiring beautician. And I really like Keisha. Keisha endeared herself immediately. You really identify with her emotion. And, losing not only just like a breakup, but that is just such a traumatic thing to happen for her to be that close to it and lose her boyfriend in that way. And she's just kind of dealing with it while life is just still happening around her. You feel the aspect of people just ready for her to get back to herself and move on, but it's not always that easy. So I do like that. I like that she has a goal and it's, about doing hair and all of these things. But I really like the friendship. Lord. I was like, you don't know you miss something until you see it. It's been really, really tough out here for girlhood and friendships, and it's been real rocky. But I like that in this first episode, or even these first two, we have her friends just kind of pushing her to slowly get back out there and know that she's still important, valued, and loved, and your dreams, ambitions, all those things matter, and life doesn't just have to stop because you lost something. But along with that, and I'm not sure, I'm gonna just say that these women are in their early 20s, but they do kind of give, a little, I don't know, they're kind of in between. But maybe Keisha got a spot. Keisha got a house. Keisha being productive. Keisha doing hair. I'm paying rent. I'm paying bills solo dolo. I just really enjoyed that. But I think that she was just layered enough to lead this. But I like that they didn't just completely make this the Keisha show and everybody else is just kind of revolving around her. Everybody has their own identity, and yet Keisha is still just as important. Ashley.
Now, I'm going to say this, and I just feel like it needs to be said. So many times we watch shows, and I feel like they be pressured to have a light skin in the mix. And here, I love that we have a melanated lead. I love that our three leads are deeper melanated. Like I'm glad about it. Like because we need to see that. I think little black and brown girls need to see themselves in spaces where they can be leading. And so I just wanted to comment that about the casting because I think it was chef's kiss, right? But Keisha, I adore her as our protagonist, as our lead here. I love that she's known both sides of life. I love that she's not really from the hood like that, but she's in the hood like that. We find out that her pastor is a scheming pastor. So they got money. I think if you watch that very first opening scene of episode 1, like, oh, Keisha, big money, Keisha come from the money. And then shortly after that, we see her literally lose the love of her life. Like while I was on top of him. And so then it's like, okay, now I'm just trying to survive. Like I'm working. I might be late to this little diner job, but I work. And then it's like I'm the best person you got in here. And then you see this like vivacious, bubbly personality. Like it's like she hasn't let bitterness sit in her heart yet. The thing that you feel for Keisha because it's like despite all of that, I'm still gonna put on a smile. I'm still gonna connect with my friends. And I think one of the most pivotal pieces you see in these first 2 episodes is when she does make it back to the skating rink. And it's like I'm going through the PTSD of it all. I'm going to the fear of it all. Like when that car backfires, it's like, oh my God, this is happening all over again. I like that they're taking us on a journey with her. And I like that even though she lost the love of her life, she hasn't fully lost her dreams, right? I still want to be a celebrity hairstylist and I love skating. And so we kind of get to see her embrace that. Outside of all of that, I like the friend group too. I think they're as down for her as she is for them. And they end this together. Like I love, love, love to see that. But Keisha's the girl. I'm excited to see what her arc is gonna look like. It can only go up from here for her. It better only go up from.
Absolutely, because with Pastor Daddy, Keisha is the fighter. It would have been really easy to just kind of go back that route and let me go where the money resides because I'm tired. I want to give up on what I want to do and just do what my daddy wants to do and go to
Mhm.
the school my daddy chose. Like, no, I'm not doing that, and I'm gonna get it out the mud and get my own spot and pay my own rent. Absolutely, Keisha. Everybody needs a
Absolutely.
Keisha. Everybody needs a Keisha. Shout out to the melody in the front. We like that. We do.
Oh, you
Thank you.
noticed that too? You noticed that
Of
too? You noticed
course,
that too?
the way I was waiting. I was like, well, is there a fourth? Which is sad because we shouldn't even have to do that. I swear I was like, when I was like, no, because when I saw the poster and saw the artwork, because shout out to Ashley introduced me to the show. I was like, let me see, let's check out these grits. I didn't know, but I was like, oh, is there? Like, oh no, it's three dark skinned girls on the poster. So it's just them. So ain't nobody else coming. Wow, we don't get that anymore. But
We
before
do.
we leave the whole boyfriend of it all, we do have, some criminality, a little element of that, and we don't have to get into them too much. But Ashley, do you feel like we've met who killed her boyfriend already?
Absolutely. It was one of them knuckleheads. It was that one that can't really talk who's trying to recruit Fran. That the one on the top. That's the one I really feel like this other little knucklehead, he could have got that work all about talking stupid to me at the table. Cause who are you? But I don't think he has the heart for it. You got punked by a girl here. Top one is the killadilla. And I also kind of want to know what Rome was into because we literally meet him for a split second. We had know nothing about him yet, and I really, really fear Fran is gonna put herself in the situation that Rome put himself in, and it scares me because I don't think Top One is anything to play with.
Ashley, I lost it for top one, and I do think it's top one also, aka Boogie. I was like,
Oh,
why he looks so familiar? I was like, why does he look so familiar? I sat watching them 2 episodes trying to figure out where I knew him from, and you know him too. You just didn't recognize him.
where we know him from?
Once upon a time in the blockbuster when I made y'all watch that 3-way movie, that sex comedy. That's him. It's
Girl,
like acting down. You better be a new person acting down over there in the 3-way movie. I was like, that's where I know you from. I thought that was so great because he's over here as something completely different than that corking dude over there trying to get this freak on with 2 people. I was like, oh, that was great. This is why you look so familiar. But yeah, check out 3-way, also available on Hulu, I believe. But love this. Love this. I think, like you said, I think we've already met and it's, going to all kind of come together. It is an unmatched situation, though, because we don't actually see the face. We just see the shooting. But I think Boogie with the hoodie probably did it.
yeah, Boogie seemed like he running in Memphis streets, at least where they are.
Yeah, it wasn't no bond down here. But let's get to see you. You didn't even introduce me to your fine ass daddy yet. We gonna let me get on your daddy, Keisha. I was like, show the daddy. I was like, oh, that's the daddy. Fine
That's
ass
the
daddy. Fine
that's
ass man from P Valley. Yeah.
that's the daddy.
Let's get into Pastor Savion and Mama Carolyn. Baby, Karen's trying to go on down there and be on the streets with Daddy again. What you getting cute for? What you getting cute for? I really like the dynamics with the pastor because, are you really practicing what you're preaching out here or are you just out here ruling with the iron fist? Shout out to Slim from the Wood. Came down there to get a little church loan. He said, yeah, cheech ass church member. What? After you just paid us your tithes? I was like, dang, y'all calculate tithes this hard down at the church? What kind of church is this? All I'm trying to do is get along, Pastor. All I had, you said over here over several Sundays, all you ever gave us was $5. I was like, that's all I had, Pastor. I couldn't give you no more than that. But this is an explicit show. We got a little sex, got a little back that ass up in the church office with the receptionist. Say, yeah, you got one more case, Pastor. Come on, clap these cheeks. Be clapping cheeks in the show. This is not a PG-13 situation, which we also love. We love some adulting, but outside of just daddy really being there, I really like where we have Keisha in a way. In the last episode, I was like, that's right, 8 Ball MJG. You better call her daddy because you would not be sitting out here in the parking lot alone with your little mace. What is that going to do? Let me call your daddy. But ruling with an iron fist, this reputation, whatever it is, I care about my baby girl and I'm going to go see about her. And when he gets there, he's not really fixating on the fact that, what, you dropped out? Like, what about this? In the 6 months and you've been lying? Are you okay? What can I do to make sure you're okay? You want me to put out a little bounty all about your man and offer a fee? Cool, I can do that if that makes you feel better. He cares. But for whatever reason, Keisha ain't over there like that. I feel like pastor is nefarious and you walk in a certain way, but you're really talking another. And I don't want nothing to do with that, daddy. You a hypocrite. But mama don't care. Mama said, I'm going to be up there in the front. On the front pew for that man. Just for optics though. I don't want him or nothing. I'm just trying to be out there for the church and for them funds because that's old to me. He needs to give me back that. And I also like, shout out to Johnson, a lot of these actors here are from that show as well. Recycled, love that. Better work, black people. But mama also getting at her did say, yeah, girl, I'm gonna go on a little date. This little man said I was cute. He always ordered a lunch special with the hot chocolate. I'm gonna go on down there with this man and get myself cute, which I'm sure is just going to be a hot mess on down here with Pastor. Because baby, after she got them cheeks clapped, she said, when you gonna marry me? When you gonna put a carrot on this ring? When? Put a diamond on my finger. It's like, girl, you would jump on, I ain't marrying you. Yeah, but even if she wasn't, we probably still have eyes for baby mama because it ain't even all that. But she the mother of my child. Like I can't just do that. So he will not be being real cute as soon as whatever man comes into mama's life, and I can't wait for the mess. Ashley, what did you think about mama and daddy?
Yeah, mama, I don't understand mama. Mama didn't seem like a mama. It honestly seemed like there was more of a bond between Keisha and her daddy. I thought that was really interesting because we take it for granted that a daughter is going to be close to the mom, but it gave more friendship. Girl, are you going to finish my hair? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, mama, I got you. Like, it really wasn't coming off as parental. Daddy got there like, baby, are you in therapy? Like, do I need to get you some help? Like, 25,000? Yeah, we'll do that. What about school, baby? Like, those were the conversations I would have expected mama to be having with daughter, not dad. But we do know dad hasn't talked to Keisha for a while. But pass the fine. I don't give a damn. Now, was he wrong and egregious for bending that lady over the desk in there? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I said, oh, he ain't half bad because he gave grandma the lawn service. Like, yeah, they'll make sure you taking care of mother. Like, he gonna take care of them real ones. He knew, oh boy, who's gonna try to get it back in blood wasn't about nothing because that's definitely who was following them out that parking lot that night. Oh girl can't be asking for a ring because she's already married. She said, I'll divorce him. Like if you get me a ring, pastor, I'll divorce him. But I think it's interesting, and we should pay close attention to pastor's psyche because I think that's the way a lot of baby daddies are, or a lot of husbands, right, who stepped out on the marriage, who did X, Y, or Z. That wife is always gonna be number one. If wifey say she want to come back in like this, if she'll take him back, he'd be right back over there. And I think women need to get that in their minds, in their heads, and in their hearts. If he ain't remarried, okay, and even sometimes then, if first wife, baby mama say yes and amen, he going over there too. And this is exactly what's up with him. We ain't seen the end of it, mama and daddy. I fear they will rekindle something. What I'm very interested in and what I want to know though, Tyra, is what is he doing corrupt? Because I know he's taking the people money at the church house, but there's a thugness to him. Like he shoots people. So I'm very, very interested to know why daddy fear in people's hearts. Like why
I'm said it. I'm gonna say I know you love your daddy, and you might think it's respect, maybe it's fear. They scared of you, daddy. What is scared of you? Girl, and I don't know why that lady thought she was getting a ring. A pastor probably laying it low with everybody on the front row. Ain't no telling who he hitting in the church. But yeah, I can hear who I want to hit. Wifey in the back, you better be in waiting. Who you trying to date? He finna be a menace trying to roll up on everybody with a gun because they want to look her way. It's gonna be trash. But Child, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I'm here for it. Said, "Take your fine daddy." I said, "Hey, when you gonna put me down with your daddy?" I was like, "Who's
Listen,
the daddy?" I was like, "Oh, that's the daddy. Oh, he fine. Okay, I got that."
with his cowboy hat and his cowboy boots, I liked it.
We like with big country self. But yeah, oh, 12 toes. 12 toes. Oh, horny ass niggas. I say, Lord, tell them again, Keisha, because back up off of me. Keisha has ops, if you want to call Vaughn an op. Rude as hell, disrespectful. I was glad. I was like, don't you put your hands on Keisha down at this party because she threw a little Hennessy on your face because you was being indecent. Keisha said, I'm a lady. Don't have no expectations. That reputation that she has around the town because you a PK, you preacher's girl. What you doing now here? You want a little thug, want a little bad boy rough you up? We know what you was doing running around with Rome. We know you was trying to be outside. Yeah, what you want, girl? Yeah, I'm not about that. Rome was offering me something else. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean I need to explain it. I know I ain't giving you none. And don't be giving my number out, Fran the man. I don't want this thing to have my number. But he could be trying to come on and be more persistent. Hopefully we don't come back from that. Let that Hennessy thrown in your face be the only thing. But he could hold a grudge. Who knows? Because you had all kind of beef because I ain't want to sleep with you. And the real op up here is Bria. AKA what you said with your little hard ass weave. Boo, don't try to come and play me because I'm working on down at the diner, especially if I'm here by choice. Because Daddy got that bag. I'm here by choice because I have my own dreams, goals, and ambitions. And if you wasn't such a hater, I might hook up your kitchen. But she do try. And we're gonna get in the frame of man because baby, who you beating up, hoe? Who you threatening, hoe? I'll snatch you. I'll do it all about my friend. If she not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. But she is a hater. She is jealous, all about Bun. So she does have the potential to roll up with a little revenge. Ashley, will either of these people roll back up on Keisha with a little hatred?
Absolutely, absolutely. And shout out to Nia Miranda who plays Bria. She's been in the comments on TikTok and Instagram. I did a little short. And I said, girl, you a op though, sister. It's nothing worse than a mean girl. And they don't die, they multiply. So no, this is not the last we've seen of her, especially after Fran snatched the wig and did it the most to her. But no, and I think Keisha's so sweet because girl, they pushed you down and you ain't even bust a grape, sis. You just picked yourself up off the ground and went on about your business. It was Fran the man who was like, you're not gonna play with her. But no, Bria is definitely her op on her back throughout the entire season, unless something tragic happens and it draws them together. But Bria's a cold-hearted piece because the way you would bring up my dead boyfriend, like that was cold-blooded. As far as Vaughn, he's just a weak little nothing ass Negro, in my opinion. And of course, we'll see him around because I just think he's around in the spaces that they frequent. But at this point, my girl's not gonna give him no play. He was too disrespectful. Cause you at this table with all these dudes talking about, oh, you a freak, huh? She's like, yeah, big freak, big freak. But no, the ops are not gone. We'll see Vaughn around, but Bria's gonna be a problem. Cause now she's mad that Fran got her in front of everybody. So
Real
she's gonna.
bad. I think she's gonna roll up, and then she's gonna roll up when Fran ain't nowhere around trying to catch Keisha by herself. I'm gonna Keisha get some hands. You gonna be hanging out in the hood? No, you gotta know how to fight. You gotta know how to fight, girls. We gonna be out here because she gonna try you again. She been waiting to hate all her life. And when she whispered, "I got 12 toes," I calculated, girl, please get on my face. I'm gonna play with you if you want to be cute. I got 12 toes. Let's get into Fran the man, aka Francis. I love her name is Francis. Fran the man. I already knew Fran was about that life. And just because we working in valet don't mean that we gotta hop out in Black Force. I say Fran has gold fronts and black forces. She from the Whoopaho tribe, and we here for it. We need these kind of friends around. I'm here for Fran. Fran's trying to jump off the porch though, and Fran is already on probation. But it's a cute probation. I just stole a little boosting, a little something I stole. But it's something cute. We really got out there in that streets and did, something so criminal that we couldn't come back from it. I like that she's kind of envious of these things. And, Fran, hopefully they give Fran a little girlfriend. I want to see that. But Fran is, very coded in that way. I see y'all shining, all these chains and rocking this and getting it out the mud. And I want to jump off the porch too. I want nice things too. I want to flex too. I want to be outside in the hood looking good with the fellas. Me too. But I can't do that if I don't have any cash flow, which is where Boogie comes in. Boogie's a lot of things. but he's very outward with who he is and what he's doing. Very, very wanted. Are you sure? Are you sure that this is what you want to do? We can tell that Francis, a lot of these, I'm like, if y'all don't go get a jizz off. Francis,
I
I ain't
mean,
built for that. I ain't built for this. I'm a thug out here. I need fast money. But I don't think it's just purely fast money for herself. We do meet Grandpa, who is also a diabolical man, father slash over there in Johnson. Say, how you gonna be diabolical twice, Grandpa Daddy? I'm gonna need you to get it together. Are you the same? Are you playing the same character from Johnson? You already talking about you gambling. Sounds like the same nefarious things going on back there in the Johnsons while you trying to steal the money. I'm waiting on the next season of Johnsons because I need to know. Yeah, I need you to be confronted about the money you stole, sir. Y'all go watch Johnson. Um, Diabolical. Out here gambling, like you over here playing the numbers, and we 20,000 in debt behind in bills. They about to take the house. But I like that it's not just that she's only jumping off the porch in that way out of not just, I'm trying to be cute and cavalier in the streets, but I got to make sure I'm okay as well as my grandpa and make sure we don't lose this house. Even though I'm stripping gritting it, I got these catfish plates. I'm really low key trying to be a chef. My food is low key bomb, but I got the dreams and the ambition, but I don't have the money. Maybe this can help with that too. I don't want to see Fran outside. I don't want to see Fran outside. But she going. All I can say is Boogie warned you. We know what's coming. Ashley, what did you think about Francis? Franny.
baby, when he said, "You sure you can do jail time?" I said, "Oh God, she's gonna do jail time." Why would that be the first thing you say? And I think there's hesitancy there. Like, I think had we not found the past due IRS or tax payments, that it still was a good chance she might have not went outside. But at this point, knowing what it is, knowing what my options are, knowing what we're trying to do as far as this competition, and we need this money. Fran's gonna ride for her friends. She's gonna look out. She's gonna do what she feels like she needs to do for everyone else. We can already see that about who she is. She's not doing a ton of stuff just for her. The only note I have for them: don't ever show me them watery grits on a show called Grits and act like she was chefing up them little leftover shrimp and them watery grits. Don't do me like that, Fran. If you can cook, baby, I need to see her cook for real. You know what I mean? Like, we can do that. Y'all can show. You're in Memphis. There's Gus's there. Gus's fried chicken is the best fried chicken I ever had in my life.
Not Gus. That's go Gus.
Gus's.
Ashley.
Listen, I'm just saying, it's the best fried chicken I ever had in my life. So
I'm gonna let
I
it
know
go
that
because that
Memphis.
movie you showed us earlier, that man said he was making collard greens. Said, baby, that is spinach in a pan. They said this is for aesthetic purposes only. We ain't.
Listen, that's how them grits and shrimp looked to me when she made them. So that's my only note for her. But I love Fran. Fran is probably my favorite character. Like, I really, really like her. It almost makes me feel like we're headed towards tragedy.
Thinking about tragedies and whatnot, and Grandpa and all these debt. Will Fran catch a body? Y'all can't put Fran in jail. We need her on the streets. Okay, we need her on the streets with the crew. But we can make her in a way and put her in some compromising situations. Ashley, do you feel like something might happen to Fran, or she might have to end up catching the body?
I do. When Boogie said, come on, you need to put in some work, like, I basically have to prove you, test you. We know what jumping in is. We're children of the 90s. Like, we know what goes on. She's got to put in some work. Like, she got to hit a lick, or she got to do somebody. Like, we already know what it is. The good thing to know about the streets in Memphis, they don't solve all the homicides. They solve a very small percentage. Jerome's killer hasn't been caught yet. So if in the event she does have to catch a body, the likelihood that she goes down for said body is small. Now, I do think Frances has a moral compass. We learned about her grandmother who raised her. If Granny was alive, none of this would be happening. So I think she will be faced. But if it comes down to her homegirls, me and my homegirls, you know what I mean? If it comes down to that, Frances definitely could catch a body. I hope that's not her story, but the way it's looking, it might be, Tyra.
Don't worry about them grits. Don't you ever in your life let Keisha skate down another dark block. Okay?
Girl, hard skate
Whatever
too.
we're doing. Hard ass skate. Girl, it looks like she was a roller derby. Oh my god, she gonna knock somebody down with her shoulder? Keisha skating hard as hell in the streets. Don't you ever. You stop what you doing. Boogie, I'll get with you later. You ain't talking about nothing anyway. And I can't believe he's playing this character down because I was like, that was you really over there in the bookstore in 3 Way. I love it. I love it. He said, I'm diverse, baby. I can act. I don't want Fran to catch nobody. I'm hoping that moral, dilemma. It's not great yet to just be really out there. Like, no, I'll do this. I thought you might want me, put in a little work or something. This is, and I'm like, do you know exactly what he's doing? Like, what all is he doing? Are you talking
Yeah.
about being a block? Are you committing murders? Are you hitting banks? Like, Fran ain't asking enough questions. Just, yeah, I can do that. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, you can't do shit. You ain't never caught nobody. You still, you ain't doing. Yeah, but I just like, girl, when he said, don't lie, you can't do. Well, to actually be committing these crimes, don't you have to be a good liar? Like, yeah, funny. Are you catching a body or not? I swear, Fran, I'll shoot you all in this parking lot. You compromised my organization. Like, Fran, I need you to
Friend.
use all common sense and make sure we are making the right decision. But Grandpa is definitely not making it easy, acting like the bills are just going to be paid out of thin air. Like, oh yeah, this number, it just comes. Sir, do you
Sir.
see all the bills? Then y'all never call me nosy. Why you always in my business, sitting on this porch, kicking back the drinks and sipping lemonade and shit? We about to get put out, Grandpa. But we shall see. And I want to know what our friends are going to say about it too, because I know Keisha and them are not just going to be sitting back like, so yeah, this is what we're doing now. Yeah, we're going to put her in the way. Let's get into Ty. Let's get on over here into Ty. Ty and her complex story. I'm trying to identify with Ty. I I think I would identify more if it was kind of, because this is the only thing that feels really dated to me. The fact that she wants to be a video girl. I thought that was just long gone, baby. You can find a help off the street to do a video now. It's not. It doesn't have the same weight that it used to, maybe in like the early 2000s. Now, if she was trying to be like an Instagram model or influencer, I feel like that will put it more up to date with what the young girls are trying to do now and opt out of just regular school. But the video girl thing down here at this audition, I said, "What you shaking? What? Time looking here. We stood in this long ass line to get this opportunity, and we gonna get up here with these modest twerks. Girl, let me show you how to shake some ass. We ain't putting you in the video with that." But I like that. I like that because even though she has this ambition and she wants to do videos, it gives that she does have a little bit of insecurity about herself. And we do have them mention her weight or just her body here. So it's like I'm not really confident to get out there twerking like that. But I do know what I want to do. This is what I've always wanted to do. But it's hard for us to identify when we know that nursing school is forever.
Mm-hmm.
This job is forever. This income is forever. And it's not just you, you're also a mother. Like you have other priorities and things to think about that your friends don't right now. So it'd be best if we do the nursing. We can still have this ambition in the back and on the side, but let's make this our first priority. But she's just so distracted by what her dreams are and what she really wants to do. Getting into this baby. Yeah, not if anything, I would think nursing school would want to motivate you to get out of this man's mama house. Because baby, at least Neil said I can say whatever the hell I want to say in my house. In my house, all down at the rink, not being here. You need to, yeah, I just make sure I'm at the rink and I'm gone, period. Because I don't want to be in here with your mama. Go to nursing school, ma'am. But not just that, we there with our baby father, and we're together but not together. If we kind of in we're in a situation ship. And he
Amen.
wants to really be with her and all these things, but it's just kind of not making it full circle. I think we need a little bit more time with him to cook something. But yeah, you're not going to tell me nothing about us dating and laying up and we in your mama house. So get me out of here. Like he said, if you focus and you graduate and get your schooling and get this good job, and with my job and my income, we can make that happen. We ain't gonna never make that happen with you down preoccupied with trying to be in a video. But we do have a moment in the next episode. Baby, you failing. It's bad grades. It's not looking good. Maybe you gonna flunk out of here and lose your scholarship if you trying to be cute and not focus in class and pay attention because you worried about shaking some ass in the video. Girl, no. Go to school, Ty. Ashley?
She pissed me off so bad with that 27 piece and that leopard print halter top. Because, girl, what are you doing? What are you really doing here? What are you doing? You can't even twerk right. Why are you trying to be a video vixen? That pissed me off. I was was with the lady, and then I'm not number 37. My name is Ty. How get and then for you to do all that and get up there and not do anything. How embarrassing. What an embarrassment. And then not only that, to find out that you had a full scholarship to nursing school and you're blowing it on these pipe dreams.
Actually,
You have a daughter who can talk, who's old enough to ask for a sibling. And this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And at least needed to put both of them out. There's no way you got these two big grown ass people with this grown ass child living up in your house. Put them out. And that would make her take life seriously. Because, girl, you don't take life seriously. You think it's a game. And then we at the skating rink and you said, where the niggas out with the dreads? What are you doing?
actually, stop.
Ty is the one that pisses me off so bad.
Actually, you gonna give somebody hell every time, I swear. I mean, like you thought it, but you said it. Like we were all thinking the same thing. Like that's why I'm like, if it was Instagram, like something like that, because that's more up to par with the ambitions of, well, I could just do this. I don't have to go to school. But like the fact that you don't even, when she was like, well, can you pay for school out of pocket? Do you even have to ask me that? You know damn well I can't pay out of pocket. Okay, well, why are we playing? On the phone, looking at messages about the next auditions or an opportunity. Ma'am, that is fleeting and far. That's cute. That's yang yang around the house. This is guaranteed funds, and you playing? Don't you? I swear, if she flunk out of school, all out of girl. Now look, I'm trying to be cute with you, Ty. I'm trying to be cute. Use not this. Let me say leopard print top. I'm trying to be cute with you, Ty, but Lord, like man, and that was another thing. I think Ty the most confused me with the aesthetic that they chose to give her and the fact that she's a mom. It automatically made me think that these ladies were all maybe older than I thought. So when we tie that into something as not childlike, because a lot of people skate, but just how liberating it is for them and it's kind of close to their girlhood. I was like, well, they have to be younger, but the 27 piece did not help. I was like, is she in her 30s? Like how old is Ty? But I was like, no, they all, kind of coming up together, so she's probably the same age. This was just an aesthetic choice for reasons. But
Yeah, and I think they're trying to push that. I'm sure that these girls can't be older than 21 because she had a scholarship to nursing school. Keisha was in school as well. Dad was, and there's still grief about him canceling out one of her opportunities to go to school. So they still have to be between that 18 and 21, 22 range. So girl, it's not giving that though. Ty is not giving that. Stink. And that lady at nursing school not playing with her either. She got one more time.
I love it. Get your ass in gear because I'm not about to play with you by what leopard print top. I'm not about to play with you. Hopefully we have time to make the right decision, but for TV sakes, she ain't gonna make the right decision.
Girl,
she ain't gonna make the right decision. But if you gonna want to pop it down at the video audition, I need you to really pop it. What are we doing here? But Ashley, what do you think we're gonna get from the ladies?
Well, I think right now the urgent thing is on my mind is who was following Passa and Keisha at the end. And I think it's that man he denied the loan for. I definitely think we're going to see him pop up again. Definitely we're going to see Fran get active. I think she's got something to prove. And like she said, I was raised in this house. I was born in this house. Like, I can't let my granddaddy lose this house. And that's $17,000 to come up with. Plus, we also need to get this fee for the competition. I think that we're working towards that. I think we'll see Keisha doing some more heads. But I also hope that she does take her dad up on therapy and we kind of get to see her moving in a different direction. Not just at the diner, not just skating, but something more. Ty better focus on school. Ty ain't got no other options. Like you focus on school, Ty. Don't mess around. Don't piss me off because like you have a child. Everybody else can be footloose and fancy free. You cannot. But I'm sure we'll get some drama. They'll pick it up in episode 3. I'm sure.
I said with a boy that Ty gonna be outside. That baby daddy gonna be looking for her inside in the daylight with a flashlight. Where you at? You told me you down here at the rink. bumping pocketbooks and shit. You supposed to be a nursing school. Don't let her get an audition or somewhere on a real video set and somebody takes them struggle twerk seriously. Like, you know what? I'm gonna put you on,
Girl.
sis. She really gonna feel away. Like, yeah, this is not what I signed up for. I'm out here doing manual labor, trying to make sure we're supported. You know, down in my mama house, and this is what you're doing. You down there shaking titties and videos. Yeah, it's not gonna go well. I think we might just flunk out. I think she said, maybe you have one more test. If you have a test, if we fail this, that's just it. You can just really get out of here because you can't afford to pay out of pocket. Keisha, I like Keisha talking to Daddy. I don't know. I was like, oh, Dad. I like Keyshawn down there with Daddy. But I think we don't know everything about Dad, and it was easy to see that moment. Like, oh, he's so concerned, and
Yeah.
he's intuitive. He's supporting her. He cares. You know, he didn't take that moment to go off on her or anything. He's really, you know what? Girl, go over there and see about your dad. Go to Sunday service. Like, yeah, y'all don't know everything about my dad. He's actually this also, and I think that's going to drop. I want to see them down at the church. I want to see Mama playing with this man that she said she found. I want to see him with the boots on that man's neck because I'm outside like that. Baby Fran's the man. Don't you do nothing stupid. Don't you do nothing stupid. Now, if it comes down to it, you let them take Mama Big House and you go on down there and get you an efficiency and sell some plates. We don't got to be down here in the streets running around catching bodies, doing things that'll get us way more than just on probation. I need her not to do that. But I feel like it's coming. But y'all, like we said, this is available on All Black. Please go and check this out. It's definitely worth it. And if you do that, come back here and let us know how you felt about it. And if you're going to continue to watch it, whether it's Grits or it's Johnson, that's available on Hulu, we want to know about it. Ashley, anything else you want to share?
Do not forget, we are diving back into the Braxton's Child, episode 5 of season 2 tomorrow. Blockbuster movie night is my choice, and I think I found the perfect movie for us to watch. If you're a member, remember that's members only. And then Ready to Love, season 11, episode 1. I'll probably be watching that right after we get off tonight. But we will be discussing that on the weekend. I don't know if I had put it for tomorrow or Sunday. And then don't forget, Monday nights are for Dairy. We will be back to talk Welcome to Dairy. And I'm excited to see what they're going to come out of their bag with. But thank y'all for coming through. Thank you for supporting. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. We got tons of stuff coming in the next couple weeks.
Absolutely, and hype the video so somebody can tell their mama and daddy to go watch Grits. Support the show. Support the show. Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Girl, I don't do titles. If I do, it'll be Michael. Keeps you spicy, tipping trainy. Yellow bone chick look like Hey Donnie. Freaking the sheets, freak on them please. Been hooked since big old freak. I realized that I was with R&B. I'ma start rap beats. These got no name on them. Wish these hoes stop trying to put claim on them. He come around me, get game on him. If he don't go, then I already came on him. These new hoes on my mixtape saying my name like Spit